Hi students, now I'm going to explain the topic about operating system. So operating system is nothing but this is a system software. Previously we discussed types of softwares. So this operating system is the system software. So it provides an interface between user and system. So operating system is a large program. It is an actually collection of routines that is used to control. Routines are nothing but functions or methods or commands, whatever it is. So that is used to control the sharing of and interaction among various computer units. So by using those commands or routines or functions, we have to control sharing and creates interaction among various computer units. So in order to understand the basic operating system, we have to take one example, that is one processor, one disk and one printer. So we have to print one document. So for printing purpose, for printing one document, we require one processor, one disk and one printer. So by using these things, we have to explain the concept of the operating system. So first we have to discuss the steps involved in the running the application program. So assume that application program is stored in a disk. So whatever the program we have to write in the system, that is going to be stored in disk is nothing but a secondary memory. So in this first step, we have to transfer this file into the memory. Okay, so we have two memories, primary memory, secondary memory. So whatever the data, whatever the program, whatever the commands we have to write in system, that is going to be stored in secondary memory. For execution purpose, we have to transfer the data or programs, whatever it is, that is to be transferred from disk to or secondary memory to the primary memory. So after transformation, the execution of the program is going to be started. Assume that the part of the program's task involves reading a data file from the disk into the memory, performing some computations on the data and printing the results. So this is the task we have to perform. Okay, so when the execution of the program reaches the point when the data file is needed, so the program requests. So for execution purpose, compulsory the data file is required. For that purpose, the operating system transfers the data from the disk to the memory. After that, the operating system performs disk tasks and passes the execution of the control back to the application program. After which then proceed to perform the required computation. Nothing but print the document. So see this diagram. So first program. So for activation purpose, we have to use OS routines. So we have to get the program. We have to store first the program in disk. If you want to perform a particular task or if you want to execute that program, compulsory data is required. For that purpose, the operating system send a request to the disk for transformation from disk to main memory. So this diagram specifies the how the program is how we can print a data, how we can print a document. Okay, by using one processor, one disk, one printer. Okay, next coming to the memory locations, addresses and encoding of information. In this, a memory consists of many millions of storage cells, nothing but flip-flops. So each cell can store a bit of information, that is 1 or 0. In this, each group of n units is referred to as word of information and n is called as word length. So here the group of n bits is called as a word length. Okay, so this word length can vary from 8 to 64 bits. In that this term you already learned in C language, that is a unit of 8 bits is called as a byte. In this for accessing purpose compulsory we require address. Okay, so for that if 2 power k is number of addresses locations, then 2 power k addresses constitute the address space of the computer. See this is the example for encoded information in a 32-bit word. The first thing is memory words, how the data is going to be stored in a cells. Okay, next diagram is assigned integer. So here this is 32-bit means 32 bits, that's why b1 b it starts from b0 b0, so the up to 31. So for 0 it's a positive numbers, for 1 for negative numbers. After that ASCII character. Next coming to the byte addressing.